Hi guys, Down Under Monkey here. Today I wanted to show you a video about a stock standard ABUS and an ABUS that I've modified, and I'll give you the reasoning behind that shortly. So this is stock out of the box 8353 Extreme padlock. It has everything stock standard, so the shackles on these don't pop quite as easily. They get sort of caught up on that cover. So you've physically got to open them, but if you push them back, they do spring return the core. And that's the bitting on that key. It's not terrible, but it could use some work. So that's your stock ABUS. This is the ABUS that I've modified. Before I go into that, I'll show you what was in there. So there's the key with the bitting. It's comparable to the last one. And driver pins are mostly just beveled, and they're a pain in the bum to pick because you don't get much feedback from them and you need super heavy tension. Well, that's my experience with it anyway. So what I've done is I've filled this one with spools and just made it a little bit more fun to pick. So as you can see, it does actually work. Spring return there, that's fine. Locked. Now the bitting on that, let me see if I can put it against that colour, might be better, is a little better than what it was before. So the reason I take out the beveled key pins from a stock ABUS and replace them is because they're very vulnerable to raking attacks, and I'll see if I can demonstrate that now. If you put in bottom of the keyway, a little bit of tension, and we'll give it a bit of a zip in and a bit of a rock out. That's pretty easy to get that open, and you can see it is open. So that to me is not very secure. It's not a fun lock to pick. Beveled key pins are not fun to pick, and raking them open, I don't really find that fun. I normally just rake things open when I want to open them quickly to do something else with them. So, to show you the difference, you can see the bitting was pretty comparable with the first key and the second key. So, you know, that one was fairly easy to rake open as well. But this one is different because I've put spools in it. So what I'm going to do is take this cover off. They're a pain to get off, only because I'm going to put this in the vise. Get rid of that, lock that back up, key out. Okay, so put it in here, get it a bit more secure and steady. Let's bring that forward a touch. Let's see if I can't get a reasonable camera angle. Oh, before I do that, I should show you that this one does not rake well. So you can put your rake in there and you can rake it to a false set, but you can't really rake this open because of the spools that I've put in there. Okay, so that's partially the reason why I swap them over. A bit more secure, but I also like to make them a bit more fun to pick. So let's see if we can't pick this open and then show you what's inside. I'm using that pick. Pin 1, there's a little tiny click on pin 1, nothing on 2. There's a big false set on 3. I'm not sure if that came up on camera, but that's now in a false set. As I work my way down. Now, I had a comment the other day about me forcing, well, not forcing, but helping the counter rotation a little bit. I do help counter rotation a little bit, and there is a reason behind that, because sometimes when you've got counter rotation going, it gets to a certain point and then it just stalls. So sometimes I give it a bit of a hand by turning it back just a smidgen Sometimes it pays off, and in this case it didn't. It's actually just overset a pin, so I'm going to drop all those back off and try again. So yeah, sometimes I help it just the last little bit when the spool's binding up. That works for me, might not work for others, so take that with a grain of salt. Okay, so that's back into a false set. Pin 4 feels set. Pin 5 is not giving me any counter rotation either. Nothing. 2's giving a bit of counter, but I feel like I'm pushing 1 up with it. Tension bar slipped. I do feel like 1 might be going up with 2, possibly. I might have said it. I might get a slightly deeper hook just to get around. I quite often swap hooks halfway through picks just to make things, I don't know, to get around certain pins that might have dropped, like the one that's just dropped in front of me now. Okay, so pin 3 keeps dropping down, and I keep losing my false set, but sometimes it's a bit of a backwards and forwards game. You've got to set 1, go back and check the rest. Now I can't seem to get over the back of that one. I will use my thinner hook. I believe it's called a scimitar. One of my favourite profiles. Oh, that might have worked. I may have slipped off the back. No, I'm pretty sure I got that one. Now on to 6. Now what are we doing with 6? Okay, a little bit of counter rotation on 6. Now I'm going to help 6 just a smidgen. I keep slipping off the ledge at the back there. I'm going to help it with the counter rotation just a touch, because it gets to a point and then they just don't want to pick anymore. Okay, so that's set, that's set, that's set. I think I just overset 6. Okay, now I'm going to try back at the front with the longer hook. So I think 2 might be holding us up. Nope, not 2, not 3, not 4. Oh, there we go. It might be 5. Let me check. 1. No, 1's good. 2. 2's good. 3 is good. 4, something fell down. Let's go with 5. Oh, that did not feel good. Right, check again. Now my neighbours have started yelling. They get into some good arguments. Nah, something's overset. I'm going to have to drop off a couple and start back. Okay, so 1. Got it. 2. I don't know, 2 just went too high. Let me get that small hook back. Go to 3. Okay, so there's our false set again. And there's a deeper false set. That's brilliant. Now I know where I am. Okay. So, getting some counter off 5. Going to help the tension bar back a bit, but it's not. Yeah, that's strange. 5 is going up, but counter stops a little bit. It's like the spools are getting stuck, and just that last little bit is all it needs to get up. I'll go back and check. Pin 1 dropped down. Pin 3 is over. I'm just going to drop all that off. Let's try again. Apologies for the length of the video. Okay, so there's that false set. Dropped it. 1 and 3 back into our false set. 4 is now set. 5 is not. I believe 6 might be. So let's try these front pins again. Nothing on 1. Ooh, a little bit on 2. Okay, so I've got some counter on 2. I'm just going to get my bigger hook out. Nope, 2 is being a jerk. 3, 4, 5 might be the one. Nope, definitely not 5. Do you ever pin a lock so good that you can't pick it yourself? I kind of do that sometimes. It gets a little bit irritating. Okay, so maybe it is 2. 2's definitely giving counter. Oh, there we go. Not open, but we're further along than we were. One, that's beautiful. Now something up the back is binding. Let's try that one. Nope. Small hook to get around that. Okay, so 6 is giving a little bit of counter. I'm going to give it a little bit of help, and hopefully I don't drop anything. So I'm not in as deep false set as I was before, which is a concern. So let's try pin 5. Nope. Definitely not getting anything. Oops, now I'm stuck. And when I pulled it out, we got the false set back. This lock is playing silly buggers. But you can see the difference between having the beveled key pins in there and having your stock standard, well, not your stock standard, but having your spools in there. Okay, I think I've finally got 6 set correctly. Let's go back through the stack with the bigger hook, find out what's going on. Pin 1 is set. Pin 2 is giving me a little bit of counter now. I think pin 2 is set. Pin 3, good. Pin 4, good. Sorry if I'm calling all this out and it seems pretty blatantly obvious to some of you what's going on in this lock, but I don't, so I'm just giving it a go. Okay, that's definitely, okay, so 4's down, but I can't get that hook under it. So let's go with the small hook, see if we can lift 4 a tiny bit, like we just did. Now it's giving good counter rotation, but I still think I'm going to get that large hook because it's got some pin in front of it that's not moving. Nope, it's going to have to be this one. Okay, so it's definitely 4. I just don't want to lift anything else or lose a false set. There we go. Sorry for the delays. Bit of a wrestle with that one. But, hence the reason for this video, I wanted to show you exactly why I like to change the guts of my ABUS locks, because it does make them much more fun to pick. So, let's bend this down and let's gut this thing, and I'll show you exactly what I've put inside here. That makes it a little more effective and a little more fun to pick. Once again, I love ABUS cores. Everything comes apart with a screwdriver. It's very nice and easy. We're up on 16 minutes. That's not too bad. Get out of there. You know what? Stay there. Okay, so a follower and some tweezers. So let's go put that in there. Pop that out. Now I've done nothing at all to the core. I've left that stock standard. Sometimes I have enough trouble picking standard cores. So yeah, I just leave them standard unless I'm really feeling in a nightmare mood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are all stock standard. I would know because I put them there. But that's what's up top that makes a hell of a difference in this lock. And also the bitting on the key. I mean, it's when you upgrade it, you know, it just makes it a little more difficult. Okay, so chamber 1 is a spool. 2 is a spool. I'll give you a close up in a second. 3 is standard. Now 3 spring just popped out because I missed the pin. At least it didn't fly out though. 4 is a spool. 5 is a spool. And 6 is a spool. If I dump these springs out real quick, I don't really change a lot inside of my locks. Spring wise, I think they're fine. Unless you're building a challenge lock, you can pretty much just leave the springs as they are. So from what was, which are these ones, and they were very easy to rake open, we've changed it to these ones, and you can see how much trouble it gave me just by adding a few spools. So this little guy kept slipping down. Every time I'd go to set a spool, the standard pin would drop back down again, and that was giving me a bit of grief. So when you're picking these, you sort of have to go backwards and forwards, pick a spool, and then go back and check the stock pins. Obviously I've got the key in front of me, so I know what the bitting was like, and it's difficult to do that when you don't have the key, but just go back and check every pin. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope this was somewhat helpful. If not, I hope you had a good time. Thanks for spending your time with me. Bye for now.